Hey guys, how's it going out there? Thought that I would just take a quick second and do a quick look at a couple of things I got as I am getting geared up to go on to some camping adventures this summer. So I picked up a couple things. You might have already seen the video if it comes out before this one on the little Naturehike butane portable heater slash stove. So keep an eye out for that. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to come out before or after this video. We'll see. So today what I have is I have the Naturehike ultralight camping chair, the large model right here. This is what the box looks like. It says clamshell, and then clamshell Sea Moon 002 folding high back moon chair with triangular frame. Amazon calls it a Naturehike ultralight camping chair large. They have a standard and a large. I got the large because it looked more comfortable. And then I also got the Naturehike tactical camping table with adjustable height and carry bag, which is this guy right here. It looks like it says Simple Star HO2 tactical table. You can probably tell I did already open these up. Just wanted to, I guess, take a look at them, show them off a little bit. I tried to get them stuffed back in here just to show you. These Naturehike boxes and packaging, it's really like simple. So basically I'll just start, I guess, with the chair real quick, and then we'll get into the table after that. I also wanted to set this up one time before getting on camera showing you guys how it works. But you open it up like so. This chair, if I can get it open, because I had to kind of stuff it back in here. It just came in plastic bag, box. You opened up the plastic bag, pulled out the item. Has a little, I guess, flyer in Chinese. I don't know what it says. And then that's it. That's pretty much it. Same with this. And I'll open that up in a second. But you get some tags on the carry bag. Not a bad carry bag. It has a grab handle on one side. It actually has these removable straps, if you can see that. So you can actually clip this on to things and carry it around. I don't actually have the information in front of me. I believe that this weighed 3 pounds. Doesn't look like it says on any of this, but I'm going to go ahead and open this up, show you guys how it works, get it set up for you. Let me go ahead and get this moved over here for now. Alright, so here's the bag with the chair inside of it. It's not like a double zipper pull, it's just one zipper. And you open it up like so. Inside, you're going to have the frame for the chair, and then you are going to have the actual chair itself right here, or the webbing for the chair, I guess you would want to call it. So, in order to get this set up, this is actually articulated with like whatever, steel, aluminum. It almost looks like tent poles that collapse in together. Probably your typical lightweight camping chair type setup from what I've seen on the videos, YouTube videos and stuff. You have these Velcro leashes that hold each side together separately. So you want to just go ahead and undo those. And then a lot of these are going to kind of just snap into place as you open it up. So that is pretty much one side done. These are the feet with the, I guess, anti-sink feet on there. You undo the other side, and it pretty much does the same thing. Everything clips in. Sets in, and then you take this piece and you open it up like so. Got put in there. Now, I kind of figured out when I was setting this up the couple times I did that the best way to, I guess, get this thing on, and I will try to show you this here with the lighting and everything I have. Let me move this out of the way a little bit. The mesh part of the chair actually has these loops, and then the hole right here that actually you pull down on top of and over the spines that come out of the frame. If you have this part totally engaged, it makes it really, really tight to pull the webbing of the chair down over the frame. So I figured out that it's probably better if you get this chair to not fully open it until you put the mesh chair backing or whatever you want to call it on first. So that is what I'm going to do here. You just take the loop, pull it over. Pretty self-explanatory, but there are no directions that really show you what to do. Take the loop, pull it over the frame, spine. I'm not sure what you'd want to call it, but I guess frame will work. Then you would just do it on the other side. And like I said, it is a very tight kind of tight tight fit. The tolerance is very tight. And trying to do this. There we go. All right. So I got that one on. Pull that guy down. And then there's the back. And then you would take the underside here with the other two, and these are actually pretty heavy duty, like kind of rubber reinforced holders. I don't know, peg holes. And you just do the same. You just would stretch it over and place it right down in there. Do it on the other side. And then that's when I would extend this out all the way and lock it up. And that is your Naturehike ultralight camping chair. It has the mesh back. It's kind of a low profile seat. Kind of hammocky. It's a little bit better, I think, for what I'm going to be using it for. Than say like the super ultralight ones that look like they just like hug your butt and you sit real low. It doesn't have a whole lot for features other than it's pretty light. It's fairly large for what it is. It does come with this mesh storage bag on the one side for your phone. And then what you can do is, and this is a part that I haven't fully figured out. I believe there was a little picturette I think I missed that kind of showed you how to do this in the box. So, okay, maybe I messed up. Maybe there were a small pamphlet of directions in the box, but they aren't that easy to make too much sense out of. What you can do is, near as I can gather, is you can take this bag that you have for storage, and you can take the loops that you use to pull the webbing down over the frame, and you can pull these in through those loops. And get this bag, the zipper bag, connected onto the chair itself. So then you can drop, I guess, whatever you feel you need to drop into it, whether it be, I guess, sodas or whatever. There's not an easy way to orientate it. See, I just put it on upside down. Again, this is only like the second time I've set this up, so I'm sure that, you know, I just need to remember like the grab handle, because there's only one grab handle, stays up at the top maybe, and then loops down through. But I think when I was trying this before, it's kind of running into the same problem where all right, maybe that's a little better. Yeah, see, see it still kind of is inverted. Maybe there's an easier way or a different way to figure out how to get this set up, but that is pretty much the gist of it right there. Actually, I take that back. I just had a failure. I just noticed the little button that holds this on just literally snapped off when I pulled this apart. So I guess that's pretty useless. So maybe I will be returning this to Naturehike because I have opened this up twice and it already has a button failure. Other than that, I mean, I sat in it once or twice. It seemed pretty comfortable. You don't get to sit up super straight. You kind of have to lean back. If you want to sit up straight, you have to bend forward. Then you lose any like back support. That might not matter depending on your needs. But I guess, cool. Thanks for coming with me and watching me unbox this, set it up, and find out that a little bit of the build quality is suspect. I don't know if I'd ever use this anyway, because it seems like a little bit like there's no structure to it. You could put, you know, you can't really put sodas in it. I guess you could, but it's, if this is falling off already without any weight to it, then I don't know how well this bag would hold up as you add weight and put stuff in it. So there you go with this Naturehike ultralight chair. I will be reaching out probably to Naturehike to let them know that they had a failure pretty much right out of the box with this here. So keep that in mind if you do get this. I guess it may be prone to having small bits of hardware fail on you pretty quick. Alright, now that's out of the way, we'll go ahead and take a look at this Naturehike Simple Star HO2 tactical table. I will get this set up. It did come wrapped up in some plastic. I didn't put it back in because I couldn't remember if it was wrapped, if the carry bag was wrapped in this or if it was just a table, and I didn't want to mess with it, but it does come wrapped in a plastic bag just like the other one. And it is enclosed in its own carry bag as well. So when you get it, you will have the carry bag, probably a couple of cardboard packaging fillers, and the carry bag seems decent. It has a nice little Velcro secure thing here, so you don't have to worry about, you know, it opening up and falling out on you with that not closed. Same thing, tags give you some information, and the table itself fits pretty well in this bag, so it's sized appropriately. Comes out. Oh yeah, see, here are the directions for this. Oh, that I did have the directions for the chair. I must have stuffed them back in the box. So real quick, if you want, I don't know if you're seeing that, but there's the directions that came with that clamshell chair. You can pause the video if you want to look at it. I don't know. It does come with directions. So as far as the table goes, I don't even remember if it actually came with directions. I think it did come with a small setup thing. This is pretty self-explanatory. It folds into thirds. You unfold it this way, and then you have a couple pieces of, I guess, additional hardware. The feet themselves actually lock and clip into the table, so that's nice. And you just basically take this little rotational lock here, and you I'll cover these in just a sec. And you just basically feed it into here and twist it. There is a there is some text on these that say twist this way to open and twist this way to close. I don't know if you're going to see that on camera, but they are there. And basically, that's pretty much how it works. These are also extendable. They do have a guide, and it does tell you where you have to stop extending them to. So these legs only extend this far. It is a little bit of a twisting lock situation in here too. So once you extend it, you twist it, and then it locks it into place. It's like a little plastic pressure fit sleeve. I made the mistake of pulling one of these out on accident trying to raise it when I first got it. so it's not super durable hardware inside of these. But this actual table leg is aluminum or metal or something, and these feet are plastic, rubbery plastic, so they seem pretty durable. But I thought that chair was durable too, so we will see. Anyway, like I said, the feet, you basically just find that spot inside of here, you put it in, and then you turn it to lock it. You do that on all 4 feet. You can decide at the time of setting it up. I mean, you almost have to decide at the time of setting it up how tall you want it. You can't really adjust it once it's set up. So that is a little bit of a problem. I was planning on actually giving a comparison on this and like one of the kind of standard like Walmart lifetime heavy duty foldable / collapsible like camping tables. I have a couple of those I normally take on our big camping trips for like outdoor grilling and just assorted whatnot. Now you do have this storage bag, or this little storage net that connects onto the underside of the table. You just basically clip it onto the legs. Just like so. And then you can flip it over, and that is your table. You have actually 4 different holes here for, I guess, mounting. Basically, it comes with this little lantern holder, I suppose you could call it, that you unscrew this one end down here, and you put it together like this. You pick whichever side you think you need it on. You slide the screw part through the bottom of the hole, and then you do that. Flip that over, and now you have a spot to hang a lantern, or I guess an IV bag if that's your thing. This will have this little Nebo lantern I picked up. Make a little guest appearance here. So that would be this Naturehike tactical table. I set it up once. I looked at it. It has some alright features. I mean, it is extendable. You can actually hang things off of these openings here. You can hang things off of these handles here if you want. Like I said, you can extend the legs, but you cannot. It's a little tricky to extend the legs while this thing's open. And the one problem with this thing is I don't know where it fits for my needs. I thought it was going to be a little bit different. One of the things is if you want to transport it or move it without collapsing it all down, there isn't a way that I have found that actually locks the 3 sections into place. So if you pick it up and you're not careful, depending on what you have on it, it can kind of just fold in on itself like this, depending on what's on it, what's weighted, how you're trying to handle it. But there is no way to really like lock it in. I guess this net kind of gives it a little bit more stability, but generally I would be careful of that. I did set up my work laptop on it, and that pretty much is exactly all that will fit on this thing. With a laptop, maybe a cup of coffee, and that's pretty much it. If you have a second monitor or anything like that, it's going to be a real tight squeeze. And then you just don't really have a lot of room. The other thing that I thought maybe this would be kind of cool to have as like a combination chair and table would be for if I wanted to do like tarot card readings while I'm out on the road. And this is fairly suitable for that to a degree. But just as an example, I have this Radiant Wise, I guess, Spirit Tarot deck that is just based on the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, just, you know, kind of reversioned or rebranded. And I'm not really going to do a tarot card like reading, but doing just a standard like Celtic cross spread on this is, it takes up a lot of room. So if I were to So, if you can see that, that is how that would work. I mean, you can make it work, but you don't really have, I mean, that's it. You basically have room to, like, do a card spread. You don't really have, like, any room for, say, your drinks, or maybe if you put, like, stones or anything out, you have very limited space. And maybe that's all you need. Again, maybe it's going to suit your needs better than my needs, but this is just kind of my interpretation and my sort of thoughts on the table. I think it's a decent table. I still don't really know where it's going to fit and suit for my needs, because I just don't want this thing to end up being like a super you know, expensive for what it is, like, you know, end table, right? You can't really, unless you're doing like the micro burners and like the tiny like camping pots, which probably would work better on here. There's not really a lot of room to like put just a butane, just like your standard box butane like stovetop, which I'm planning to take, because that's going to take up like almost all this room, and then you only have so much room to do anything else with without having to worry, you know, and worry about knocking whatever you have over. So I'm not really sure where I would be going with this. I think this might go back. I will go ahead and put these all the way up for you guys, and if I have time and if it's not raining outside, I might take this outside and keep it set up just to give you guys a quick comparison to what this would look like fully up. That's as tall as it gets. I don't have a tape measure handy, but that is as tall as it gets. You can probably find the max height on the Amazon listing, which I will put the Amazon listing for both of these in the description. It'll be through an affiliate link, so I might get just a tiny little bonus. So I appreciate it if you do get these and you want to check them out, to go through my link. But this is as tall as it gets, and it's not quite tall enough for you to like put your legs under necessarily and pull it up to you. It's about tall enough for you to set some drinks on. It's about tall enough for you to do some very minimal tasks. But I feel like for my use, I have better tools that I can do that with. And if I want to have some type of nightstand or table for like stuff like that, I can just as easily use a TV tray. And not have to worry about all this. And the other thing is with this is I guess it's not too heavy, but it's also kind of like bulky, right? So if you're going to have it, like where does it fit when I think about the like all the wow, I'm having a hard time with this here right now. I have to have this locked and engaged. Yep. All right. One pro tip there, when you're adjusting these, keep them locked in here, keep them locked on the table, because it makes it easier to extend and collapse them. Anyway, where was I? It says it's tactical. I don't know what makes it so tactical, other than maybe because it's a little bit, you know, aluminum and olive green, and has the fancy lantern hanger, so you can, I guess, feel like you're, you know, not like, I don't know, doing special forces in the jungle incognito. I guess I'm not quite 100% sure, but again, it's not super heavy, but it is large, even folded up into thirds, and it is, you know, I guess you could say bulky load. So it wouldn't really work for ultralight camping. And I feel like there's better options for, you know, like I said, I feel like there's better options for bigger camp, like for other camping other than ultralight than this. So I am having a hard time trying to figure out exactly where this is going to fit for my needs. That's just me. You know, this might be the best table ever for some people out there. I don't think it's a bad table. I think it seems like it's built pretty well. The only couple of things that I have a problem with is there's no way to lock it. And these two things basically sit and flop around in here freely. And if you don't fold it up just right, they do actually pose a little bit of a risk of sliding out of here. See, it's kind of, it's a little tricky to get closed up right too, if you can't tell. And I'm sure, you know, setting this up a couple more times would maybe help me with that problem, but there you go. See, you just have to kind of finesse these things in the right spot, so when you close it, they're not in the way and everything closes together. This would be it. There's not like a way to carry it just like this either, because it doesn't lock. There's no locking mechanism. So if you don't have the bag, then, you know, you have to find a new bag for it, or you have to figure out a different way to carry it without a bag, whether you make paracord or something and try to tighten it up. So this, even though it's kind of cool, I'm not really feeling. So I'm probably going to sell this, or I don't know what, maybe return it. We'll see. Again, that's just for me, in my opinion, and I don't think it's going to suit my needs. So that will be what I'm going to do with that Naturehike tactical table. As far as this chair goes, oh boy. I guess I'm going to probably tag Naturehike in this video and make it a clickbaity title about how this chair failed me on the second time opening it, and contact them on Amazon and see what they have to say. Other than that, I was going to keep this chair. I was going to actually use it out in the field and see how well it worked, because I mean it's fairly light. It's easy just to grab and carry. You don't have to worry about, you know, bulky folding down or extra swivel points or anything like that. So I guess that's my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments, leave them in the comments below. If you like the content that I make, feel free to subscribe, leave a like, and hopefully, I don't even know what I'm supposed to say right now. It's so hard to come up with this like final thoughts crap. So, you know what? Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.